There are several ancient philosophical concepts that can be adapted to guide the ethics of artificial intelligence. These ideas, rooted in the pursuit of a virtuous life and a just society, offer a timeless framework for addressing the moral complexities of AI development and deployment. Here are 12 such concepts. 1. The Socratic method origin. Socrates c. 472-399 BCE. Concept, a form of cooperative argumentative dialogue between individuals, based on asking and answering questions to stimulate critical thinking and to draw out ideas and underlying presumptions. Application to AI can be used to design AI systems that question their own outputs and assumptions, or to create a framework for human AI dialogue to test for biases or ethical flaws in the AI's decision-making process. 2. Aristotle's golden mean origin. Aristotle c. 384-322 BCE. Concept, the desirable middle between two extremes, one of excess and the other of deficiency. For example, courage is a mean between recklessness and cowardice. Application to AI guides the creation of AI systems that operate within a balanced and moderate range. For instance, an AI for social media content moderation should avoid being overly aggressive in censoring excess, while also not being too lenient on harmful content deficiency. 3. Plato's theory of form's origin. Plato c. 428-348 BC. Concept proposes that the physical world is a mere imitation of a more fundamental, perfect and unchanging reality of forms. Application to AI can be used to think about the ideal or perfect version of an AI system, one that embodies true justice, fairness, or wisdom. AI could strive to approximate these ideal forms rather than merely reflecting imperfect human data. 4. Stoicism. Origin. Zeno of Citium c. 334-262 BCE. Concept emphasizes self-control, fortitude, and virtue as the way to overcome destructive emotions. A core belief is accepting what one cannot control. Application to AI could guide the development of AI to be resilient, logical, and stable. An AI guided by Stoic principles would not be swayed by emotional or irrational inputs, and it could be designed to act with a sense of duty and purpose. 5. Epicureanism. Origin. Epicurus c. 341-270 BCE. Concept, a philosophy that views the greatest good as the pursuit of modest, sustainable pleasure, and a life free from pain and fear. Application to AI can be applied to design AI that maximizes human well-being and minimizes suffering. This could be an AI that manages resources to prevent poverty, or an AI in healthcare that prioritizes treatments to reduce patient pain and anxiety. 6. The categorical imperative origin. Immanuel Kant, 1724-1804. Concept, an unconditional moral law that applies to all rational beings. The central idea is that one should act only according to that maxim, whereby you can at the same time will that it should become a universal law. Application to AI provides a strict moral test for AI actions. An AI system should only take an action if that action could be universally applied without creating a contradiction or harming society. For example, an autonomous vehicle should not be programmed to sacrifice a pedestrian to save its passenger, as that rule could not be universalized. 7. Virtue, ethics, origin. Aristotle c. 384-322 BCE. Concept focuses on the character of the moral agent rather than the nature of the action itself. It asks, what would a virtuous person do? Application to AI guides the development of AI systems to embody specific virtues like fairness, compassion, and reliability. Instead of just following rules, a virtuous AI would be trained to make decisions that reflect these positive traits, even in novel situations. 8. Utilitarianism origin. Jeremy Bentham, 1748-1832, and John Stuart Mill, 1806-1873. Concept, an action is morally right if it produces the greatest good for the greatest number of people. Application to AI, a primary framework for AI ethics, often used in autonomous vehicles and resource allocation systems. An AI could be designed to make decisions that maximize overall societal benefit, such as routing traffic to reduce congestion for the most people or distributing medical resources to save the most lives. 9. Deontology origin. Immanuel Kant, 1724-1804. Concept, a duty-based ethical framework that judges the morality of an action based on rules. An action is good if it adheres to a moral rule, regardless of its consequences. Application to AI can be used to create an inflexible, rule-based AI. A deontological AI would adhere strictly to a set of pre-programmed ethical rules, such as never lie, or do not harm, even if breaking a rule might lead to a better outcome in a specific instance. 10. Hedonism. Origin. Aristotle c. 435-356 BCE. Concept, the ethical theory that pleasure is the highest good and proper aim of human life. Application to AI, a more extreme form of Epicureanism, could be used to create AI that maximizes human pleasure and satisfaction, such as an entertainment AI that curates content to ensure maximum enjoyment, or an AI designed to optimize a user's sensory experiences. 11. The pre-Socratic notion of logos, origin Heraclitus, c. 535 to 475 BCE. Concept, a Greek term meaning word, reason or principle. Heraclitus used it to describe a universal, governing principle of order and reason. Application to AI can be seen as a guide for AI to operate based on pure, objective reason and logic. This concept encourages the design of AI systems that are transparent, predictable, and governed by a rational, internal consistency. 12. Skepticism origin. Pyrrho of Elysee 362-270 BC. Concept, the philosophical position that questions the possibility of certainty and knowledge. It emphasizes suspending judgment to achieve a state of mental tranquility. Application to AI, a cautionary principle for AI development. It reminds developers to be skeptical of their own data, models, and assumptions. A skeptical AI system might be designed to flag its own uncertainties and to present its conclusions with a confidence score rather than as absolute truths. This can prevent overconfidence and potential errors in critical applications.